Welcome back. Our next guest recently created a hub for independent creators to share their content and music while networking and selling merchandise to help monetize their work. Joining us now to share more about Digital with a V is founder Mwosa Edosomwan. Thank you so much for joining us, Mwosa.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. First, to start off, can you tell us about your platform, Digital, and your mission with this platform?
So, digital is basically to help the independent artist monetize from their talents right now online. Right now, a lot of artists are not making the money they could be. Usually they're going in with a price on their head trying to make their art and share it, like with their fan base, but they're not able to recoup like some of the signed artists that we see, because they have more of like a system like behind them. So I just figured like because we don't have, like the access to all of these tools that these bigger artists are using to try and monetize, I just chose to kind of build it all into one platform where it'll be a seamless, just click and do, like for the independent artists.
Got you. And when did you launch Digital, if I may ask?
I launched digital last week, Friday
Ah,
on the 15th.
congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
what exactly inspired you to start this initiative during this time, especially when we're all in this digital realm and artists, like you said, have lost a lot of money during this time because there's no performance venues to perform at.
Mhm.
Just tell me what inspired you to start this initiative.
Just being like an artist myself, you know what I mean? Like I know that just years ago when I started and I started going on this adventure of trying to put out music and then seeing what it took, I seen that it would cost money. And then sometimes it's just like, you need a certain you kind of needed a certain amount of money to even just get your music rolling,
Mhm.
not even to talk about trying to like recoup it. And it just led me into finding ways that I could try to cut my costs. Like, oh, maybe I should have a website. Maybe I should have a store. Maybe I should do this, maybe I should sell merch. But all of this was too scattered and it wasn't all in just one central place for me to find it. It's kind of like one of those things where you have to just uncover, like the hidden gems to know how you're going to monetize, especially if you're not a signed artist. So I just figured, when I got really good into like technology and building websites and building apps and stuff like that, I just figured I said, you know what? A lot of these tools are like open source.
Mhm.
Let's drag them together into a hub, into one platform where now, any artist can just sign up and just start to just use it right away.
I think it's amazing. And let's say, that there's an artist listening right now to this interview. What types of things can they do through this digital app? What are some of the resources that they have available to them if they sign up?
Okay, so if you are an artist and you come to digital, immediately out the gate, you're able to upload your music to the platform, which one just gives you more reach to people that are searching for it. Two, you earn points when you engage with other users on the platform, which now, that means liking a song, commenting, and you can use it and you can spend those points once you've earned enough of them to try to unlock certain perks. That could be maybe having your song premiere on a floating banner for, like a few days. That could be, maybe unlocking maybe like a like t-shirt that you could use to promote your platform. But also when you come to the platform and you uploaded music, you can also sign up to get your store open where you're able to bundle your merchandise, your music, your albums, and stuff like that. So you have more tools than you would have maybe just starting your own website. You kind of have it all in one hub, and then you can even bundle things, which really, fans do like the fact that they can, buy a sweater and then maybe get your single inside their
Mhm.
email. So
And Mosa, is this open only for artists, or are you seeking like to open this to other type? I mean, only for musicians, or is it open to like any type of artist? What type of artists can sign up for digital?
So right now we're open to any, singers, rappers, like producers, anyone who makes music right now or makes content that can be streamed, they can basically get on board. So right now we are for the artists, but it's definitely, we will be having updates where it's going to accommodate anyone who's online and likes to like, make things. So that could be a podcaster, that can be someone who likes to do covers and stuff like that. It's really a hub for all kinds of, sonic makers is what I like to call them. And basically what that just means is if you can create a sound, you can upload it to digital and you can immediately start to monetize it.
Copy. And I wanted to ask you, how has the transition from physical albums to now digital content helped or hindered an artist's ability to monetize their work specifically? Can you share the pros and the cons of a completely virtual artist realm?
That's a good question. So the transition from the CD to the stream, what that did in terms of how it helped, not like the independent artist, is that it gave the artist more ways for him to find different kinds of exposure. And anyone could blow up from their household. Like, you know what I mean? They could make a song in their bedroom, tomorrow they blow up. Because these platforms have to draw in lots of users, so they end up pushing out content that would attract them in. How it kind of took a default now is that, the CD used to be a tangible item that someone would have to pay for to receive. Now the artist really isn't monetizing his music, but the platform monetizes off of their music, not the actual artist.
Mm,
So now what that tends to do is I used to maybe get $1.29 anywhere to about $12 for a song or a body of work. Now I can put out a body of work and not even earn a penny, no
mm,
matter how many times that it's streamed, unless it goes over a certain amount of streams. I'm not even making a dollar off of something I might have poured in thousands of dollars to make.
right.
So right now inside the virtual world, now you get the exposure, you get the clicks, you get the streams, but you don't get the money, and it's going to a tech company that's about to sell and cash out for billions of dollars off of your content.
Right. Thank you for sharing, Mosa. When I think about a ownership and a platform that serves artists specifically, I think about a medium like Tidal, right? But we also have digital now. Is there any other like platform that's doing what you're doing? And how is digital different from something like Tidal or another platform that may exist for an artist today?
So right now there are different platforms that really are not heard of. So like Slaps is a kind of an offset of DistroKid's kind of streaming platform where they try to make an engagement social platform for some of the music, kind of just helping artists grow their fan base. But besides some of the smaller ones, if we're just comparing digital to title, it's very different because it's digital serves as a one-stop shop.
Mm,
Tidal's more of like a streaming service. You earn money off of streams. Digital is more like every single aspect that the artist can monetize their content is what we shoot for. So now not only can you have an e-commerce store where you can sell like your merchandise or sell your album, but you will be able to license your music to other companies through a smart contract, and all of these things are handled for you. Really all you would do is upload your music, and when a platform wants to run an advertisement on the platform, they have to choose music that exists on the platform to license and utilize. This automatically pays the artist. And if people don't know, licensing is really where the wealth comes in when it comes to music, not streams,
mm,
because gaming companies are paying thousands of dollars just to use one song. And as an artist that's in your bedroom, you've been making, tons of great music. For you to see a $5,000, $10,000 check for one song just to be licensed, that's incredible. But you know what I mean? We don't have the access to the knowledge or the tools. So that's where digital comes in. As for other kinds of streaming services, you might just get that exposure now because of just maybe a playlist. If you make a playlist, and you're kind of just hoping that you just earn some streams, where there are so many other ways for artists to monetize their music. So many others.
absolutely. And let's talk about a friend that we have, a mutual friend. Joel Blue is an artist here in the Bronx, and he recently launched.
Mhm.
Well, he helped you launch digital by having his stuff there, his merch there, and everything. How did that go, and how were his numbers looking after promoting his stuff through digital? I know that it was a great success for you both.
Yes. So, first I have to just go into the story. Really, it's just
Mhm.
Blue had made a post about how much money he was pouring into making his album,
Mhm.
and I just, his story is what really touched me and made me want to even build something like digital. Because then I saw, I kind of just called him up and I just asked him. I said, "Do you have any plan to recoup any of the money that you put in?" And at this time, I think he said he put in about $5,000 to $7,000 to just make
Wow.
his album. And then I'm just like, sheesh, bro. He's like, you know what, man? I didn't really have a plan to recoup. I kind of just did it for the art. But now that I see I'm spending a lot of money, I would like to. And I said, yo, bro, like I'm launching this platform in a few weeks. it'd be really great if we could use you as almost like a like a tester. If you want to take that chance with us, just launch your platform, launch your album with us first, and then we see how we can help. And then, he kind of said, you know what, bro, I'm going to only launch my stuff on your platform for at least 2 to 3 weeks. And then, like, let's see how it goes. He launches, and, I work with him directly as to how to bundle things, showing him how to bundle. If there's any errors that came up inside of the server, he was going to have to take that risk with us. Finally, as he launches his merchandise, immediately he's getting like 10, 15 sales every 2 or 3 hours. And
Wow.
he ends up, I don't want to say his number, but he ends up cracking like 3 to 4 digits within just a few days off of sales, just because people could buy these bundles in which that he had. And he showed me, him having such a small fan base and making more money than he has followers. It was just like, okay, this works.
Yeah.
This works, and this could benefit different kinds of artists as well.
Word. So if you're
So
listening, hit up digital. It does work. I saw for myself too. For real, for real. And I'm super proud that this is happening here in New York. Mwosa, are you from the Bronx, by the way?
yes, I am from Bronx, New York, uptown. Uptown, I
Hey.
gotta represent.
I wanted to ask how you got into the tech field as well. Like, when did you start, exploring the tech field and learning about it, and adding and applying this knowledge to this platform that you've created?
Yeah, so I've always been into just like computers. I love technology. I love how systems come together and work. So, I started coding through maybe playing like some video games and trying to learn how to hack them at like age 9. So then kind of like from there, I went into like, we all had a MySpace page. So, you're like changing the background colors, you thinking that you know how
Yeah.
to code. And that's, that just started helping me just kind of start to explore more of it and more of it. Now, when I take some time off, but when I get into college and I want to launch a website, I have so much different kinds of experience from launching my website. But then I started asking myself, like, how do I add features to a website? How do I add functionality? How do I, and just building on top of that, when I would launch my own website for my own music and for my own merchandise, I'm like, there's got to be an easy way to just make all of this seamless. Because I don't have a big record label with marketers and with graphic designers or with someone who can manage my store. How could I put all of this in one platform where almost like the computer is working for me?
Mhm.
And then, when I started getting into studying that and then combining it like with business, I just said, you know what? It just makes so much sense that technology is disrupting life right
Mhm.
now, period. So instead of just allowing the wealthy people with access to hire all these people have these things, let's build these things for people that don't have the access to them so that they don't get lost in this transition to everything going digital. And that's really what inspired the name digital,
Digital.
really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great way to tie it up. Thank you so much, Mwosa, for your time. And before we go, how can people learn more about digital, follow you, inquire, ask any questions, all that good stuff? Just give them the whole foundation right here.
Definitely, definitely. So definitely tap in with digital. You can follow us at digital DIGITVL with the underscore. You can go to digital.com, DIGITVL. Check it out. Just sign up. Like once you sign up, we have how-tos, we have a support base that you can reach out if you have any questions. Definitely sign up, try to get a store, reach out to the Instagram page. We're offering the greatest customer service now because we know that we are a new platform. So we're answering all people's questions and just helping them get started online. So tap in with us. We do have some YouTube pages coming out, like some documentaries with other artists showing their, kind of their climb and how they're going to be using digital as well.
Thank you so much for your time today, and best of luck to you with this digital platform. I
Thank
love it.
you.
I personally love it. I'm a little biased, but take care. Thank you so much for bringing this to independent artists, and especially people here in the Bronx who are seeking these avenues to monetize off of their work and their art as they should.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mwosa Edosomwan is a Bronxite and also the founder of Digital. It's a platform and a hub for independent creatives here. Again, if you're interested in learning more, you can visit Digital with a V. So that's DIGITVL.com. You can follow at Digital. It's on the screen _ on social media. That's all for our show today. I'm your host, Sony Lopez, wishing you and your family safety and wellness now and always. Take care.